On this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly, the Spooktacular Concert, VEI, and the Echo. All this and more coming up next. Hi, and welcome to this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. I'm your host, Ashley Robinson. A new leadership program has started for students of all grade levels. Missy has the details.
The Mindsets is a new student group where upcoming leaders are able to get together to improve their skills and figure out what it takes to be a leader.
We have so many students here who have leadership potential. They want to be leaders. And I think sometimes as a developing leader, a lot of students think leadership is simply being out in front and other people following. It could be I'm the one that's talking or I'm the one that's deciding. And really leadership is at first about listening, because if you're going to get people to follow you, you better understand them first. And for you to make that connection with people that you want to lead, you really have to be a good role model, and that begins with your mindset. One leader can have a huge impact on other people, and they often don't recognize it. It's not measurable. You don't often see it. But people will talk about, I really like being in this club, on this team. I like playing with this person, or being on a team with this other competitor, simply because of the way that they handle themselves. And positivity is contagious, and so good leaders know that.
Those involved with this group get together each month during their option to discuss different mindsets and qualities.
I see peers with leadership qualities both inside and outside the classroom. I thought it'd be good for me to learn new skills that I can use in the future.
As the year goes on, students will continue to work on their skills and collaborate with others. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Missy Rambasoon.
A great way to stay updated on events here at Neuqua is through the school newspaper. Ria has the details on how the Echo works.
The Echo is the school newspaper, but what a lot of students don't know is that it's a class that you can take at Neuqua. The class meets second period and they produce multiple stories about anything and everything Neuqua related.
The Echo is a student-run news program where students pitch ideas on what is happening in the community, what's happening in the school. My role is basically once students actually complete the story, I'll, after one of the editors goes through it and edits it for, make sure that the content's correct and make sure that grammatically it's well written, then I will edit it for just as a teacher check as well.
And sometimes, like right now, the big thing we're working on is the magazine. So we push out a quarterly magazine that we edit photos, videos, and sometimes graphic art, along with pieces that we write that are relevant to. Sometimes there's a theme, sometimes it's just like, here's what's going on at Neuqua. But we try and definitely cover a lot of mainly relevant to Neuqua things, such as like football games, or even news such as like COVID restrictions in the hallways. Took charge, I started learning how to edit pieces, attended as much as I could. That process, I applied last year to become editor-in-chief.
Visit www.nvhsecho.com to see the school newspaper, and for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Ria Surivanshi.
With the new school year also comes new VEI companies competing for national rankings. Matt has the story.
Virtual Enterprise is the capstone business class here at Neuqua. Its goal is to teach students what it's like to be a part of a real business.
VEI is a class that is student-led. It's for seniors at Neuqua Valley High School, and we actually compete against companies all over the United States and actually international as well.
What we do is we try to transform students into business professionals by bringing the workplace into the classroom. They fill roles anywhere from like a CEO in leadership to chiefs of departments or vice presidents of certain things like marketing or accounting.
Students learn about the business world further by developing virtual products. Each chief executive officer or CEO has a different idea on what sets their products apart.
We are planning on photoshopping pictures of these signs so that customers can see the product, whereas usually in this virtual setting, the goods and services, the customer buys it and never sees any returns. So we're going to be able to interact with our customer a little bit more.
Well, again, it's that personalization factor, right? You see a bunch of fitness companies that are all about being super strong, almost alienating their base. by having that perception of being perfect, being strong. It's intimidating sometimes to work out. But we want to combine that and offer a friendly and supportive environment in which our customers are welcomed into Affinity Wellness.
CEOs don't just have to worry about the products they create, they also set the tone for their company. Because a class is student-run, the rest of the employees look up to the CEO for guidance.
I think what's been setting our company apart is the fact that our company works extremely well together. We've been super efficient and productive in such a short amount of time, and we've been able to actually get a lot done in just a short time.
When I became CEO, I had the perspective that our company, if we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging. Because in life in general, you can either risk it and lose it, or you cannot risk it and still lose it. So I want us to push the envelope and to be as aggressive as possible.
Good luck to all the companies as they compete for their national rank. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Matthew DeWeese.
This year's orchestra concert will be performed while following new COVID regulations. Jasmine has the info you need to know.
Coming back from a long break of not performing any concerts, Orchestra is eager to get back to playing. Though they are back to performing, they still need to follow certain regulations while doing so.
Other than audience keeping a little bit of space between families, we actually are very confident in this being a fairly normal concert. I think this concert is really exciting because it's the first one of the year, and it's also the first performance back since we went into quarantine.
This concert is super exciting because last year no one got to play in any concerts at all, and I think it'll be really fun to get with everyone together again and make some awesome music. People should come and watch because it's been a long time since orchestras were able to perform in like a concert setting, so I think this will be really cool, just to like mark the end of, the whole COVID situation. So.
When entering the auditorium, try and distance yourself from other families and friends and be aware of your surroundings. Make sure you stop by this Tuesday to see the orchestra perform, and for more information, visit nequamusic.org. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Jasmine Salem.
One way Nequa is getting into the Halloween spirit is by holding their annual Spooktacular concert. Stephanie has the details.
Spooktacular is a fun and festive concert unlike any other that introduces the fall spirit. Although attending this year will look different, the thrill and excitement has stayed the same.
Yeah, attending this year is a little trickier than years past. We're going to try and advertise most of the tickets to elementary students because we hope they dress in costumes, and we hope that a lot of the elementary students are able to come. This one differs from most concerts mostly because they wear costumes. Sort of just a celebration of the fall and things that might be spooky and things that are just kind of fun. But it's kind of just a fun way to spend. It'll be about an hour. It's kind of a fun way just to see your friends and hear them do something. We haven't been able to play concerts for a long time.
My favorite part about the Spooktacular is probably the music that we're playing. It's really fun. And when we actually get to perform, the different sections are going to wear costumes, which is really interesting. I do recommend others to come. Unfortunately, this year because of COVID, there are limited opportunities, but if you want to watch the live stream, you definitely should.
Make sure to attend Spooktacular on October 28th at 4:30 p.m. in the auditorium, or watch the live stream at nequamusic.org. And for Wildcat Weekly, I'm Stephanie Dulis.
Good luck to the girls' tennis team as they head off to the state meet this weekend. Thank you for watching this week's edition of Wildcat Weekly. Have a great weekend, Wildcats!